air, water, earth, fire. For hundreds of years, the four nations have lived in harmony. The Avatar, master of all four elements, was always responsible for maintaining the peace. But Avatar Rohu passed away 13 years ago. Now, the four nations look to the air nomads to reveal the next Avatar, but the world is met with silence. Rumors from the Earth Kingdom abound that the Fire Nation is planning an aggressive move into the Earth Kingdom. 5 young heroes were too late to save the Southern Air Temple, but they hold vital information that could save the Earth Kingdom, and maybe even save the world. Previously on the Flying Bison podcast.
I'm going to look at them and just say, it's going to be okay.
It's about 20 riders. Take them out. And these giant, like catapult-sized rocks start flying towards the village of Wanya.
I'm just going to throw that fan straight at his head and hope that it knocks him out. It's a metal fan, you know?
We're out of here. And they just book it. The last 10 of them just book it.
Qasa, she got hurt. It's my fault. I told them that they'd be safe.
Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Flying Bison podcast. It's here. We're here.
We are here.
I mean, you guys don't know this, the listeners, but we've had a couple weeks off, so I have missed you guys. I really have missed playing with you guys.
I forget everything.
Okay, cool. So we'll just start from the beginning, and we'll just do the same like 8 episodes over and over and over again.
Oh, that's nonstop.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll turn this into like a Groundhog's Day Avatar campaign.
Should be kind of cool.
That could be kind
I
of fun.
feel like I've heard this Pinchy Prawns idea before, and it was terrible the first time.
That's the secret to get out. You have to do the Pinchy Prawns plan.
It's the only way out of the loop, but we never do it because it's a bad idea.
It ends up like working fantastically. No one gets hurt.
The Fire Nation loses the war immediately. Somehow we find Aang.
Somehow.
It's just over.
That's it.
Should have gone with the
Could've
prawns.
gone with the prawns. That was the key to it
Should've gone
all.
with the prize.
I'm now going to find some way to make Pinchy Prawns come back at some point.
Oh no.
It's in my notes already. We cannot avoid it.
It's in Rozak's notes.
It's in
technically.
Rozak's notes, technically.
Which are canonically written in Cran.
Well, I did want to, before we talk about something utterly foolish and nonsensical, I wanted to shout out some awesome people who have given us some great reviews on Apple Podcasts. We already thanked Little Goo a couple episodes ago, but we've got a few others since then, and I've been building them up, waiting to have a moment to shout them out. But we just wanted to say thank you so much for writing a review. JDDBX, I'm not going to read the rest of that. You know who you are, JDDBX, and Quake 10 and Fort God DX. Thank you so much for taking the time to write us a review. That means a lot to us. It means a lot that people are enjoying the podcast that we're putting out and the story that we're telling. So
I'm so touched.
yeah, you guys are awesome. And I feel like now we need to come up with like a name for people that listen to us. You know what I mean? Like, like everyone, like when you've got fans, like you've got like a name for those fans.
The prawns.
The prawns? Oh. No, it's usually like
Don't do that.
it's like a pun off the name, right? Usually.
So
like
Bison Heights.
Bison Heads.
Bison.
We'll workshop it. We'll get it.
We'll work
Bison
it
Put
out.
us on the spot. Man.
Let's take a weekend. Just take a weekend, get away.
Rocky Mountain
Sleep
oysters.
on it. Okay.
That's bison, right?
Yeah, but
There we go.
all right.
How about bison burgers?
Bison.
Sorry to all vegetarians.
Bison burger that just it's actually a plant, but it just is a really
But bison eat it.
yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Flying
That's a
bison. eat
twist.
it.
Flying bison eat it.
All right. Well, I did want to also give a little content warning for these next couple episodes. So this episode and the next episode are going to be released around spooky season, Halloween. So we thought we'd do some spooky stuff for the next couple episodes. Nick is like, that was so lame.
It got me pretty good.
Yeah,
Actually.
I feel pretty scared right now.
Yeah, so it won't be like crazy scary. It'll be like Avatar level scary. Maybe just a touch more than Avatar scary, but it'll be like, it's not going to be gory or violent. It'll just be kind of maybe a little unsettling.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
like-
The face
like
eater,
bloodbending
man.
old lady in a dark forest.
Yeah, just a little existential.
Just
you know?
Yeah, I still have nightmares about the face eater. I'll never
Why'd you even bring that
I'll
up?
never
man?
outgrow that.
Well-
I'm sorry.
oh,
That sounds horrifying.
just
Why would you even speak that into the world?
prepare for
Our GM is right there.
prepare for this.
You can do anything to us.
Let me just change my notes up a bit.
Oh, I don't need to change my notes up at all. No. Changing tactic. Let's talk about something a little more fun than a spirit being that steals your face if you show any emotion. Did you hear, Nick, you'll find this interesting. Did you hear that Cowboy Bebop is getting an official licensed tabletop RPG?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the live action
Oh,
show.
But
I
also
thought
the
it was
live
live
action show. But no, they announced that there's going to be an officially licensed tabletop RPG for Cowboy Bebop, I think in 2022 or 2023.
Okay. It's interesting.
I saw that and I thought of you, but then I also was
thank you.
there has been a wave of officially licensed like IPs, like popular IPs as tabletop role-playing games, right? Like off the top of my head, Avatar. You've got Lord of the Rings just got a second edition. You've got Dune just came out. Blade Runner is going to be coming out. You know, like there's just this, companies are like looking at Dungeons and Dragons type games and saying, ooh, there's money to be had there somewhere.
I think it has a lot to do with that Critical Role GoFundMe campaign.
Yeah.
That kind of blew the waters wide open for corporations to be like, hey, these nerds will spend a lot of money on this.
That's true. How do you guys feel about it though?
About the inundation of tabletop games?
Or officially licensed stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. In my games, secretively, I may or may not have used licensed material. Anyways, cannot confirm or deny. So it doesn't really matter all that much to me. It'll be nice to. I think it's like interesting in an almost academic sense to see like what kind of systems they try to match up, or if they'll even try to like really try to build systems for their IPs. But I don't know. I'm fine with it.
You're fine with it? You're cool with it?
I hope it brings people into like tabletop gaming and encourages them to try like really good games that have existed for a long time,
Like the
or
classics.
even new good games. You know, like Avatar.
Avatar's pretty fun. It's a great gateway
Like
to it.
this one.
That's the positive side. I feel like I just look at it and I'm like,
Get outta here.
Oh my gosh. It is just capitalism to its extremity. Like, do we need another table? Because like to some extent, like to Nick's point, like there are what's called like system agnostic games, right? Like you can just take whatever world you want to play in and play in it.
Now, I'm not encouraging anyone to do this, but D&D 5e is already a light magic fantasy realm, technically. And that matches up with Lord of the Rings pretty good. I'm just saying.
I mean, and even to your point too, like there's a hack called Lancers that are Lacers, and it's trying to make Avatar in 5th edition. Is essentially.
Oh
what
yeah, I
it
remember
does.
that. Yeah.
And it's I've read through it. It's it does as well as I think Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition can accommodate for Avatar. Yeah. No, please don't sue us, Wizards of the Coast. I that's why I was happy that Magpie was doing Avatar, because I think I like the rules light sort of focus on the characters more than the like let's get into the nitty-gritty combats of like what someone can do when they're bending. That's not what was interesting for me in Avatar. It was more about the story and where the characters went. But okay, how about the rest of you?
Mixed feelings, similar to what you said, but also just like kind of I'm excited about people making stuff kind of regardless of what form it comes in.
True.
So if I end up hearing that something's really cool, then I'll be happy about it, even if it was to squeeze the nerds for more money. I mean, the nerds pay up, so we know how to go broke playing games.
No, that's true.
So
Oh,
yeah.
we're a great target audience.
So does my
But like,
wife.
I don't know how to pay my bills, but I need this game. So yeah.
No one else. All right, how about this then? Throwing all that aside, what is an IP or a world that you want them to make an officially licensed tabletop role-playing game for?
I think I would have said Avatar until they came out with this game.
Yeah.
I mean, is there a tabletop for like the Kingdom Hearts? Like,
Ooh.
That's a
Multiverse?
cool one. That would be a lot of fun.
like that could be super cool.
That would
And
be
a
lot of fun.
licensing nightmare.
Yes.
When I was thinking of this question, I was thinking, and I immediately thought of like some Disney and Pixar stuff, and I was like, that would never fly. Like that would,
They have a crazy board game. What's that, Villainous or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah,
That is a bunch
Villainous
of-
was alright.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've never played it.
Yeah. As like a self-contained, like small potatoes board game.
Yeah.
It's cool.
But on that, there is
they
gonna
already.
be... Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Wow.
We're all sorry
I'm
now.
just gonna.
Yeah, now
I'm
we're
just
all
gonna
just
go.
sorry.
I'm just gonna go. Okay. Do they already have a Fallout tabletop RPG?
They just released one. Yep.
They just released one. So you weren't wrong. They really are. They're just a flood.
That's
of
what I'm saying.
IPs.
It's a wave of officially licensed stuff. So that was the
How
thing.
is there
is
not a Skyrim one yet, though?
they are making a Skyrim one.
I figured.
No, they're making a
Someone's
board game.
Skyrim?
Someone's
and a war
making
game.
like-
stuff.
I don't know if they're making
Oh,
a
board game?
tabletop role-playing game yet. But war games are just like a hop, skip, and a jump away from tabletop role-playing already.
I
So-
want to see like
Sure.
an Elder Scrolls RPG,
Maybe
like
fun.
not even just Skyrim, like in
Just
the
Elder
entirety
Scrolls.
of
An officially
whatever
licensed
it's
one would be
called.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
My thought was maybe this was just because I did watch that the Netflix trailer for Cowboy Bebop and all of its campiness, but I was like, oh, I think an officially licensed like old school campy James Bond would be super fun, like the Roger Moore, like Timothy Dalton and Sean Connery, like the old school like campy vibe. That would be a ton of fun for a tabletop role playing game.
I think they have like similar kinds of games. Maybe not to the campy extent, but like, spy games. and
Well, so
things
that's
like
why I
that.
said officially licensed, right?
Right,
Like
yeah,
this would be the
yeah, for
owners
sure.
of James Bond saying we're making a James Bond role playing game.
Who owns James Bond?
Paramount,
interesting thought.
I don't know.
Somebody that will
Somebody.
never meet.
I thought of
Don't say
Kingdom
that.
Hearts too. That would be a fun one for sure. Or Final Fantasy.
A lot of potential
Man,
in both of those.
be a great one.
Yeah. I mean, if I did Kingdom Hearts, I would demand having a GM like full staff who can like do all the live music, like very winsomely do villain voices. Like we'd be putting you on your best game
Over the
or
top
you're fired,
anime acting.
Justin. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We'd all be doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone would be doing
Yeah.
It'd be a lot
That's
of fun.
true. That's true. I call Cruella. I'm just gonna put that out there right now.
Oh man. All right. Well, keep thinking about it, and maybe we'll reach out to one of these companies and say, hey, we'll write your Kingdom Hearts game for you, Square Enix and Disney. Just pay us a lot of money.
Just give us all your monies.
Give us all of it.
Isn't that the actual currency of Kingdom Hearts? Isn't it just called monies?
Yes, it is. That is.
Isn't that
that's
Gil?
correct. No, that's Final Fantasy.
Okay.
Gil is Final Fantasy.
All right.
Gotta know your imaginary currencies.
That's true. That's true.
Otherwise, how can you do conversions?
All right. Well,
Kill the money conversion rate.
I suppose we should start at some point.
Yeah, I guess.
So they say.
Yeah. Or I mean, I guess we could just end it here.
All right, nice recording.
All right,
That's
that's great. Give us a review. We're signing off, Danny.
If you give us a 5-star review, I hear that someone will do something crazy.
Yeah, like record an episode or something.
We'll actually record an episode if you give us a 5-star review.
You gotta want it though.
All right. Well, last time you guys did it. Rohu came to town and you kicked him out. Well, you kicked his band out. You captured Rohu and kicked his band out. And honestly, yes, Qasa got hurt in the giant stones breaking the wall down, but you guys it was pretty successful, honestly. I thought you guys did a really good job, and it really went your way.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? How do you guys feel about how that fight went?
Pretty lucky.
Very lucky.
It was a lot faster than I thought it
I feel
was
like
going to be.
I feel like there was a lot of chaos in our favor.
Yeah.
First people were kind of like, some people were like, let's get out of here. We're kind of scared, and then like we had some fire in our favor, some like running ostrich. What are
Bison?
they called?
Buffalo?
Ostrich buffalo.
No, mammoth?
Yeah, it's true.
Forgot what
Ostrich
I-
buffalo.
Yeah,
Was it
Ostrich buffalo.
Sorry.
I made a specific note that Ren has ostrich buffalo like PTSD. So yeah, but
How
like
could you
I
not?
think we lucked out. Well, yeah, those are terrifying. So yeah,
Good. I'm glad. And, again, we're still learning the system, learning combat, getting used to it. I think, in a couple months after we've played some more, if we were to go back, I would be like, oh, I could have been a lot harder on them and, like, really, really made them push for it. But...
In that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it's all good.
It went well for you guys. And, the rolls went well, too. So, like, I can't complain. If you roll well, that's where the story goes. So... All it means is I'll just have to follow it up with a fight in which you get trounced, so you lose some of the high of winning a combat.
Yeah.
This is where it gets
we need to
spooky,
be
huh?
humbled.
You capture Rohu, you tie him up, bring him to the blind Dunagi, and you have Osa sort of entraps him in a ball of air, and you guys take turns, watching him, making sure nothing happens. And Osa takes the last watch for the night. And when you guys wake up in the morning, you notice that Osa is not there anymore.
Oh, no. I feel like you just ripped my heart out, but I was waiting for you to say more.
I want to see what you guys do.
Oh, okay.
You all wake up and...
Oh, he's just gone?
Osa's gone.
Is Rohu also gone?
No. Rohu's still there tied up.
Rozak's going to look out the window.
Just not trapped in an air bubble, yep.
Yeah.
He's still tied up, I think hung from the rafters.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he's just not in his air bubble.
Yeah, Rozak's going to look out the window. Like, Osa.
He's not outside.
She's gonna head downstairs and try to ask, because the rooms were upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna head downstairs, see if Toko's around.
Toko
The one and only.
is around, yes.
Hey, Toko, did you see Osa go anywhere?
No, I was up late with him. Was just mentioning some of the things that I thought I might need in order to heal Qasa, and I went to bed. He's not here.
So those things were far away, but close enough that an airbender might run out and get them in the middle of the night?
Potentially, yeah.
All right, well, I know where Osa went. Thank you. Gonna go back upstairs. All right, so I also went to go get like medical supplies and medicines for Qasa that Toko said that would help.
As you're saying that to everyone sort of wakes up and you're looking around and talking, and all of a sudden in the middle of your little huddle is this like flicker, and it gets bigger and brighter, and it flickers and flickers, and then all of a sudden Osa is standing in the middle of you guys.
Sorry, I'm appearing like this. This is one of the last things the monks taught me how to do. I'm in the spirit realm right now. I don't have a lot of time. I can't hold it very long. I'm sorry I left without saying anything, but Toko needed some plants to help Qasa, and I still feel like it's my fault she got hurt. So I need to do this. I'm sorry I left. I'll catch up with you guys as soon as I can. Don't hate me. Be careful. Watch each other's backs.
And with that, Spirit of Osa disappears just as quickly as he came, although you're now at least a little bit more aware of where he is and what he's doing.
Ren rubs his eyes sleepily and is like, you could have like woken us up to watch.
I don't think he can hear you.
I know.
That was super cool though. I don't know what it was. I don't really get it, but that was super cool.
Let me get some of that.
Yeah, well, can we all do that?
I want what
He
he's
was a
having.
little confused.
He's gonna teach us how to do this.
5G.
Yeah, I know. Leaving us over here in the dark ages.
Yeah, Liko asked Ren, like, was that real or was I dreaming?
Real for me too. Yeah, you're good.
I'm pretty sure it was really Osa.
Maybe Toko gave us some weird plants before bed.
Say, like,
Although if we're all collectively hallucinating Osa,
we just really miss him.
Yeah,
we all just really miss Osa.
I think we can all determine that just didn't happen. That was just a hallucination. Osa's missing. We gotta go find him. No, that was definitely some sort of communication.
Yeah, well, that saved me from panic.
Yeah.
So okay, at least now I'm just pissed.
he said, "Don't be mad." Or don't hate him.
Yeah,
he said, "Don't hate him."
I'm inclined to listen to Osa, so we can't.
That works.
We can't hate him.
I'll make sure that next time I bother someone a lot, I let them know, don't hate me.
Apparently it works.
I think it only works when Osa does it.
If I say it, no one can be mad.
Dang it.
Well, what do you guys plan to do?
Ren feels guilty, though, like quietly on the inside, because he wanted to tell Osa that the whole Qasa situation wasn't his fault. But I didn't say anything, so...
Che also feels actually more responsible for Qasa's injury and thus internalizes that and just swallows that down. So you just will swallow.
What do you guys plan to do? You know that this medicine that Osa is off to get isn't going to heal Qasa. It'll just hopefully keep her more stable until you can find a more accomplished healer, probably a water healer. And the closest place is the Foggy Swamp.
Great.
I mean, I'm definitely down to go there ASAP.
Yeah.
I just want to see Qasa first and put eyes on her. Is she around and awake somewhere in Toko's place?
Yeah,
She's downstairs, right?
Yeah, she's downstairs. There's like a side room, and she's like laying on a table in like a cold sweat.
Ugh,
She's just laying there, and her breathing has steadied, but you can tell that she needs something. There's too much internal damage.
I gently just touch her hand, and I'm like, "Are you awake?"
Her eyes flutter open, and she says, "Ren, where's
Oh wow! Didn't expect to be recognized.
Osa?" And then she falls back asleep.
I just whisper into Qasa's ear, "Osa's coming soon, and your Metal War fan is what pinned down Rohu, so you're pretty cool."
It feels like she sort of grips even tighter onto the flute in her other hand.
Sweet. All right, that's all I got. I'm heading away and definitely not going to bother Qasa more.
Should we go talk to the mayor? Liko, didn't you say that he was also from the Foggy Swamp?
Yeah, he said that he can take us to, or he can take me to my parents, so maybe he might know more about the tribes and villages. It's a good idea.
Yeah, we need to.
Could help.
We'll need a guide to go fast. Let's go talk to the mayor.
So wait, side note, Justin, Liko doesn't remember anything? Like she can't navigate them through Foggy Swamp?
I mean, so that's not what it's up to you. I remember you saying that Liko doesn't remember her parents. But at least, it's up to you. Like, how long ago did she leave the Foggy Swamp? What does she remember? That sort of thing is up to you. If you think that you could, lead him back to... So we talked about this before we started recording, but we talked about Liko and Kanu sort of living in a small tribal village in the Foggy Swamp and going off to train at various times. Do you have a name for that village?
No.
If not, I've got something off the top of my head, so you don't have to worry about that. But I think Udai is the name I
Udai?
I guess that does sound...
That sounds very Halloween.
It does sound very Halloween.
No, you die.
I'm keeping
It's getting spookier by the
I
second.
totally did that on accident, but we're keeping
don't
that.
die,
It's
you die.
Yudai.
Okay.
Udai.
Freudian slip.
That sounds promising for a girl that we're trying to save.
We're going to go to a village on this Halloween mission called Murder.
Welcome to the Asylum of Death. I wonder what happens here.
It's a very happy place, actually.
Yes.
Everyone's really happy here.
It's a spa.
Okay, so Udai is where Liko and Kanu grew up with some just a handful of other Foggy tribe members. No more than probably 4 or 5. They're not a huge. Most of them kind of stick to themselves.
That explains why she's so serious. She came from a place called Udai, so makes sense.
Yeah, not like all those happy dappies one village over at you live.
Great times.
God.
So if you wanted to, I would imagine then if this is where Liko grew up, you probably don't need Iron to lead you back. You could probably find your way there.
But we will need him if we're gonna try to find my parents, correct? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that on the way back?
Yeah, I think.
So should we just take him the whole way?
Well, and I think now that we can actually have a conversation in character, right? Because that was a side.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know my way back to my village, but I was wondering, did we want to take him the whole way just in case? Because I know he said he wanted to introduce me to my parents or take me where my parents were.
Well, we could ask if there are healers where your parents are.
That's a good idea.
And then if it's closer, we could just go there instead.
Yeah, I'd say keep him with just in case the plans change,
Okay. What about you, Rosic?
I mean, I think that's fine as well. Seems like just a good idea in general to take him with as well, especially if he claims to know your parents.
Let's do it.
All right, sounds good.
I pack up and I just, I peace out saying goodbye to some villagers.
I can take Lou, right?
Peace. You can. He won't be able to fly though because it's a huge canopy of trees over the Foggy Swamp. So
And Rue's a she.
She
That's right.
would have trouble flying over the big canopy swamp and trees of the Foggy Swamp.
Everybody packed up? Got your stuff? All right, see you, Togo.
All
I
right.
grabbed some fish, make sure we're good, well provisioned.
You
I've
wanna
seen the fish.
you wanna blind unagi for the road?
It can't hurt. Although it could.
I mean, we'll find out.
It's been
Yeah,
a
I'll take
couple
one.
days. Your time's ticking for this world.
Wow, that's dark.
Let's wind the clock down some more. We're going to Udai.
All right.
He pours you another round each of a blind unagi.
You got anything back there called a Halloween?
Good.
What's a Halloween?
I've got this pumpkin IPA though.
Oh,
You have a
I'll
pumpkin
take it.
IPA?
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Don't tell Elsa about that.
Cracks the towel.
Good thing Elsa's not here.
Osa would not
Ren,
approve.
Ren drinks the beer very quickly, despite it being breakfast time, with a strange adult confidence.
Of a man who's drinking many pumpkin beers in the morning.
as all Kyoshi warriors are known to do. All right, I'm good.
You pack up.
Good to go.
And you make your way into the Foggy Swamp. And as you travel, you quickly leave the tilled farmlands and the babbling brook of its river of Wanya behind, and you continue to push through the brush. Large banyan trees and mangrove trees tower on your right and left, shielding your eyes from the sun, which illuminates the canopy like a green stained glass window. And as beautiful as the scene is, it's ruined by the almost constant state of dampness the bottom half of your clothes are in as you wade through the swamp. As you continue to walk through, it's quickly becoming apparent that most of you, probably not Liko, but the rest of you, were not ready to travel through the swamp.
Really sorry about the foot smell, everybody.
That was you? I thought it was just the swamp.
Oh, well, at this point, I think it's hard to tell where one begins and the other ends.
That is a great
Oh
plan.
my gosh.
Where does Red end and the swamp begin?
He's already losing it. We've only been in here for like 5 minutes.
I know. I forgot deodorant.
Did we forget to grab the mayor?
Nah, he's here.
Oh, he's here. Oh, he's
No,
all right.
he's not.
Hey. No,
You want
wait.
to travel? You want to go back?
Well, I thought we for sure planned to get
We
Iroh,
were
and then we were like,
gonna
yeah,
get-
we're good to go. Let's go. Come on.
We forgot the mayor.
Do I have to say, I grab Iroh by the hand?
No,
Iroh.
I mean, Iron.
How much unagi did you drink? Or whatever it was.
literally blind.
You guys turn around and Rozak's like,
It's actually
I
that
grabbed the
pumpkin
mayor.
IPA.
Guys,
It's like-
I've been here the entire time.
Turns out, with after
thank
my
God.
blind drink, I grabbed the wrong old man and just brought him into the swamp.
Is this the way to my grandson's house?
Yep.
You
Shut
tell
up,
us.
Iron.
You tell us. You're our guide. Besides Liko.
No. You turn around and Iron is just trailing behind, holding Rozak's hand. I've been here the entire time. You got me right before you left.
Wow,
Ren
this,
looks
this
at
swamp
his
is really
hand.
messing with us.
Yeah, suddenly realizes that he didn't bring anybody, and it's just like, huh, okay.
Wait, did you bring him or not?
Well,
brought him.
Rozak had
brought
Iron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I thought I brought somebody, but I
Rozak's
didn't.
cradling Iron in his arms.
Like a baby.
Like a
Last
baby.
time I drink at the Blind Unagi.
And for the moment, you continue traveling with Iron. And a few hours pass. The sun's high in the sky now. You're now traveling along a long forgotten and ill-attended wooden bridge that crosses over a large pool of water. And this broken but usable bridge crosses onto a small island about 40 feet across, and then continues on further along a broken bridge. You should see the map. I'll actually have you on the south side. So you can see that you're walking on this bridge. You can see that it carries forward to this little island and then continues on
Go
past.
one at a time.
Yeah, it looks pretty narrow.
Are you okay,
Let's
Ren?
see. I can go second, but not first.
Wait, can I go first?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to earthbend up a much more sturdy land bridge, or try to.
Oh,
Have you done something like this before?
No.
Okay. Especially because this is
muck.
it's 40 feet. That's a decent little bridge there. So in that case, why don't you go ahead and push your luck? If this isn't something you've done before,
5.
Okay, a 5. Oh, that's fun. All right, so 5 is a miss. Da-da-dum. Let's do this. All right, Che says he's got this, stands for a second, and pushes up this thin, walkable stone bridge that looks like it crosses over to that little island.
You found stones down there, Jake?
It's like earth and...
It felt kind of weird. I don't really trust it. I don't trust what I made.
I am definitely not going first. Are you still going first?
Yeah, I did it to myself at this point. I'm not going to use the muck bridge that I made because even I don't feel safe with it. And I'm going to very carefully try to sort of.
I think Rozek's gonna try to follow like close behind him.
Okay.
Because Rozek wants to try to stay close to Che.
Well, I feel like we need some space, some separation, just so that we're more stable.
You turn as you say that, you turn around and Rozek's like right behind you. You're like,
I don't think this is stable enough for two people at the same time. Rozek,
he backs up like a foot.
Rozek, we're still on the same board. You gotta just one more step.
As you say that, the muck that Che and the earth that Che had lifted up was partly what was holding up this stone bridge. And Liko and Ren, you see Che and Rozek fall into the water. And...
Liko, can you use your water?
Well, I was trying to use it. Okay.
Well,
so I can like push the water away from him, right? Like even like around this area particularly, kind of like a Moses thing.
How deep is it?
You can.
Part the water.
You certainly can.
Full of Moses.
You can certainly try.
But there was something in the water.
No.
And let's see. I'm gonna roll a D2. We'll say one is Che, 2 is Rozek. All right, Rozek.
Oh, yay.
Rozek, you feel something clamp around your leg. And as Liko is like starting to move the water away, one of these jumps onto that lily pad there. Can you...
Oh, what is that?
It's okay. It's not cute because it's 5 feet
crocodile
long.
frog.
It's a crocodile frog?
It is
my god.
It is a frog crocodile, or what I'm affectionally calling a frogodile.
Oh god.
Oh, it's a frogodile.
It's a frogodile.
It's a frog!
You see that
My
one?
grandma used to wear those.
Rozek, you feel something clamp around your legs. And
I was going to say something's not happy, I'm here.
we are going to go into initiative.
Yeah, I kind of wish we had Rue.
Rue's around.
She's here? Okay, cool.
Just
Yeah,
not
she's just-
flying.
how are we
just
gonna
like
get her across
slithering
then?
through. Yeah, let's just like stretch Rue all the way across.
Why didn't we use her?
Walk along. We've made a mistake.
Dang it. Why did we go with Tano's plan? It's just because he's always so quick.
It'd be a much shorter journey, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't be as interesting.
True.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh, yeah,
Che.
no, we definitely could have just gone around this.
There we go.
Che, you're the spice in my life.
All right.
Glad.
What approaches are you guys doing? So you got to choose your 3 approaches. You've got defend and maneuver, advance and attack, evade and observe.
That's to Che and Rozek, right?
That is to all of you.
I'm going to... I think I have a wall of... What do I have?
So let's choose our approaches first. So just put your token on the defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe, and we can figure out what to do from there.
We don't know what everybody else is doing, right?
You can talk amongst yourselves what you're planning to do.
Yeah, we're all defending and maneuvering. To be fair, we're in water. So.
Renton, you're doing the same thing?
Yeah, I was going to seize a position if I could, which is under defend and maneuver. Like I want to try to get some useful place from which to do something, but I don't know
I think
what.
I want to do the same thing. I want to get ready to do something just in case.
Yeah.
So everyone's defending and maneuvering.
Let's do it.
All right, one is defending and maneuvering, and one is advancing and attacking.
Surprise!
All right, so the 4 of you are defending and maneuvering. Who wants to go first? When you are going to roll, when whoever decides, you're going to roll with focus.
I will seize a position.
Okay, so
if I can.
Yep. Why don't you roll first, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. Mark 1 fatigue if somebody engages me. Da-da-da-da. And I can't just click on it to roll, correct?
No, unfortunately. No, you still have to click on focus to roll first.
Okay. That's -1 for me. Let's see. I got a 2, by the way. 2 minus 1 is 1.
2 minus
so
1.
not good.
You rolled a 3 minus 1 to get a 2, yeah. But yeah, so I did figure out where the rule is on what happens if you miss this roll. It is that you shift a balance towards either one side, and then you can still do one basic technique. It's in the the cheat sheet.
Yeah.
It's nowhere in the actual PDF rules. It's only in the cheat sheet rules, and that was why I couldn't find it.
So I'm shifting my center. Is that correct?
No, just shift your balance. Your center stays where it's at.
I can't. I don't even know where my balance is.
Yeah, the section is marked center. It's just that the center.
Oh, okay.
You don't actually
So
change
it's
that.
your principles that would change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm shifting the thing I thought. Okay.
So you're going to go up on action.
Let's do it.
Okay. So your action goes to +1, your forgiveness goes down to -1, and you can use a basic technique. It sounds like in this case you want to seize a position.
Yes.
Where do you want to move, sir?
Well, I think the only way I can get reasonably close to them is to just run across the planks and hope for the best. So
I love it.
Forget my hesitation. Now that they're in trouble, I'm just going to dash across.
I love it.
And try to get a position maybe on the plank that I see on the far side.
I like it, yeah. I think you can get there in time, yeah. You're a Kyoshi warrior. You can move pretty fast. All right, who's up next? Rozek, Che, or Liko? You can roll focus, and then we can pick your techniques.
I'll go next. I've never...
I'm sorry, Justin. Did you say that is the Froggadile still... Is the one that's on the lily pad the one that was on my leg?
You still feel something clamped around your
they're
legs.
two different
There's
things.
still something on my leg. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, so as best as the rest of you can tell, there's only one, but Rozek is pretty sure there's another one.
I have a clue.
I'm pretty sure there's another one.
All right, Liko, yes, your turn. So you're going to roll with focus. So you can click on the focus. It should roll it. Nice, a success. So you actually get to pick 2 techniques. So you can pick 2 techniques between ready, retaliate, seize a position, and any other special techniques you know.
Let's use this wall of perfection.
I love it. Why don't you... I think this is the first time you
Yeah.
used it. Why don't you read the text for us?
Okay. Let me just... You want me to read all of it or just the little...
Sounds cool.
Just a little paragraph?
Just the paragraph is fine.
Create a perfect wall of defense around yourself and any allies directly next to you. Mark 1 fatigue to block a single attack towards the wall or keep an enemy at bay who tries to penetrate the wall. Okay.
So if you want a suggestion, what you could do is with your first technique, seize a position and either move, say, closer to Ren or on one of the planks closer to Che and Rozek, and then do wall of perfection.
I'm going to get as close to them as possible, so I think I'm going to move around. Yeah.
Probably there, yeah. And then you're going to do wall of perfection. And I would say you're not next to Rozek, but you're definitely next to Che there. So... This what does her wall look like? What does she do? So she runs up and then
I'm gonna say a wall of perfection. She'd probably use water, right? Because she's a waterbender. She doesn't know how to use anything else. So yeah, I'd say it looks like water, very much like a Prince of Egypt style. The waters go up.
I love it. I love this cascading water wall.
Maybe we'll be able to
rises.
see what's holding on to Rozek once we pull it up. Just
Ooh.
right?
Get a little
Yeah.
peeky poo.
That'd be scary. That's actually terrifying.
Oops, you're like, no, I'm going to put this back down. I don't want to see that.
The water pushes up around Che. Che, you're now standing on dry land, and you can see Rozek now, and clamped around his legs is another one of these Froggadiles.
Well, at least it's one of those and not something new.
Uh-oh.
This is deeply unsettling.
And it's got it's a frog, so it's got the body of this one of those blue poisonous dart frogs, but the head is this snout, teeth, alligator crocodile.
So what is it
thing.
holding his leg with? His little
His mouth. His legs are in.
Okay.
Yep. His legs
That's
are in the
bad.
Frogadile's mouth.
You know, it was a short time, but it was nice having a brother.
Good thing we're seeking a healer,
It was
right?
great. Yeah. We're all going to need it by the end of this.
Yeah, let's see what else does. Perfect. So if anyone tries to go for Liko or Che, they're going to have to mark a fatigue. You can mark a fatigue to block a single attack against you or Che.
Cool.
And it is either Rozak or Che's turn to roll focus and see how many.
So wait, do I mark it right now, or I just mark it when it happens?
No,
Okay.
if they attack you. Yep.
Is that because of
Che or
Caesar
Rozak's
position?
turn. What? Rozak's going to seize. Well, you got to roll first. Roll with focus.
A 6 on the dice plus 2, so that's an 8.
An 8 on the die, one
Alright.
technique.
One technique. All right. I'm going to seize this position as well, and I'm going to seize this position that's not in the maw of the Frogodile.
Okay.
So I think
A noble goal.
Yeah, I think flavor-wise, Rosa's just gonna look down and be like, he's gonna just shoot like fire at the frog as he just jumps out.
But
and
you're in the water.
Would I be able to like?
Oh yeah, I guess
Am I in the water or
Trying to
is the
boil
water,
some
Yeah,
water
frog
gonna
right
move
now.
away?
that's cool.
I am actually not around you, just around Che and Liko. I am actually going to mark a fatigue on this to block that Caesar position.
All right, that makes sense. His mouth is around me.
Yeah. He's
Many
I'm
much
just-
mouth.
he is by definition engaged with you.
I'm just happy to be here. All right, you're up. You're up, Che.
That's the ultimate use of the slogan.
Oh man, I'm just gonna roll first. 7 plus focus is plus 2, 9.
Okay, so one
Nice.
technique too.
All right, well, let's see if I get this off. So I'm like below the bridge, right? And there's just like a small clearing of water around me.
Correct.
What do I do? Can I take a ready technique and instead of... So I've already kind of failed at this one, so I'm a little bit more used to it. And instead of like readying myself, can I lift like the specific circle of land around me up like to the level of the... like out of the water basically, so Liko doesn't have to keep holding this water off of me?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see here.
Like a floating platform.
Yep, so with ready, you get to mark a fatigue to ready yourself or your environment and give yourself a fictionally appropriate status to yourself or nearby foes. I think probably in this case, prepared makes the most sense.
Okay.
So Che would
Yeah, I
be
was
prepared.
gonna say just not in the water would be great.
Yeah.
So just as a side note, if this is a Frogodile, that means this thing can jump. So if it's on land, it can jump.
We didn't think about that. We didn't.
Excuse me. guys.
Oh yeah, it can jump.
Nowhere is safe.
Okay.
So Che is prepared for the next.
Not enough.
Speaking of jumping,
gosh.
the one that is on this lily pad over here to the west, you see its hind legs tense up, and it springs over here next to Ren. And as it jumps and as it lands, this like icky, gooey, purple, mucusy substance stays where it was and like slides off of it next to Ren when it lands next to it. So I need Ren.
Once again,
Ren, you are
deeply
impaired,
unsettling.
and this next exchange, you need to seize a position. You are forced to seize a position in order to get out.
Okay.
So you can do.
Am I
if you-
feeling any stinging or smelling any
Mhm,
noxious
it's smelling
gas? Or
and it's like hurting you, and you were just like, you have to get out. Now you might roll well and be able to do a couple techniques, but you absolutely need to get out.
yeah, you see me just start struggling against
Remember,
it
guys,
already,
Justin said he was going to make our next one really hard.
Yeah.
I can already see that.
The next one is going to continue to hold. It's going to continue to hold Rozak in its mouth.
Yeah, this is great.
When I make NPCs, if I try to give them a fun little custom fighting technique. So you just saw one of them, their poison hop. You're about to see their next fighting technique, which is the death roll. So it will mark a fatigue as well. It will mark another fatigue, and it will continue to hold Rozak in its mouth. And if it continues to do so through the next exchange, some bad things are going to happen.
Yeah, I'm picturing a crocodile
So-
bite and spin
Rozak
technique.
Yeah, exactly. Rozak is like trying to blast it in the water with fire bursts, and it's just thrashing and rolling around with Rozak, and Rozak is having trouble fighting it off.
Yeah, we don't want to lose that struggle. Okay.
And that leads us to the last turn, which is Evade and Observe, which is Iron. And Iron is like, no, not doing this. No, he does not. Let's do this. He points at, he like in the midst of the thrashing, Rozak, you can hear Iron saying, I've dealt with these before. You gotta hit it on its snout. The snout's the weak part. You can do this. You've got it. And
Go on, children. You can do it.
you are inspired.
Oh, wow.
Can I hear him underwater?
All of us are.
You're like thrashing
you're-
around. Like, there's
yeah, you
parts
can-
when you can come up,
okay.
and he's like shouting.
Okay,
For you, it was like, "Ah, snout, hit, do it.
okay.
Hit snout.
You're like, I can put this together.
But you are inspired, so you can clear that inspired status to shift your balance towards a principle of your choice.
Okay.
And Justin, just to clarify, what does that do materially? Like, so I'm already in action more than forgiveness. If I get shifted even more into action, does that help with certain roles?
So it's sort of a tension because there is a balance move where you live up to your principle. Like, let's say you're doing a move and there's a -1 modifier for you. You can instead mark a fatigue to live up to your principle and use your principle stat instead. But if you ever go past +3, like if you're ever at +3 and then go past that, you're taken out of the scene.
Yeah, just like I'm out of whack.
Exactly. You've gone too far into action, or you've gone too far into forgiveness, or whatever it wants to be. So it's a track that you're trying to balance out. You want to use it, but you don't want to go too far on it. So that was one thing, I think that we should just look at is I'd love to play around with some of the balance mechanics more. So using the evade and observe is a great way to do that. So, but yeah, so
Nice.
definitely make use of your principles because they are a tool for you to use.
And how long can I hold inspired for?
Basically for this scene.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't be like next week, be like, that speech was great, Iron. I'm gonna
Pop someone else in the nose. All right. I'm assuming you guys are just going to move into the next exchange. There's not a lot of talking to be
There's
done
not much to say.
with Frogadiles. So I will move my tokens off the board, and you can decide
Let me
what
throw
you want
this
to do.
in there. I was going to reach into my bag and throw a bunch of the fish that I brought to eat out. Is that an action that I should wait for in the sequence of the exchange? Or is that something that's just kind of like, hey, it's role play, throw it in?
That feels like something you would do in combat.
Cool.
So the way Avatar works is that in between exchanges, the minute somebody takes an action that would provoke an attack, you go straight into the exchange, including the NPCs. And the Frogadiles are not going to stop and wait for you to throw your fish into the lake. They're just going to keep attacking.
Sure.
So
we're in the exchange, yeah. Bring it on. Next round.
Rozak is moving to... He's going to choosing advance and attack instead this time.
okay.
I think you said I have to do defend and maneuver to get out of the acidic, slimy
You
stuff.
do. Yep. Now again,
so I'm doing that.
You might roll a couple techniques, but
Yeah. If I get some wiggle room, I'm throwing some fish, but I don't know.
what are you thinking,
I think
Liko? We're going to stick with defend and
I think I'm
maneuver
gonna
for now?
advance and attack. I'm
Okay.
gonna strike.
Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit. First, we've got the... I'm going to do... One is definitely going to advance, and actually, both of them are going to advance and attack. So, Ren, you are going to go unimpeded.
What does that mean?
Maybe you're just... No one else is defending and maneuvering, so it's just you.
Oh, unimpeded meaning I get to go first then.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. I got you.
No one before you.
Yeah. Word. All right. So roll focus again.
Correct.
What do we got?
Oh, man, another one.
Man, I suck.
So again,
It's a bad day, everybody.
you are. I would say in this sense, you would have to shift your balance again in order to seize a position. Well, I'll leave it up to
Yeah.
you. You can stay in this poisonous puddle and have to defend and maneuver next turn, or you can shift your balance and get out now.
I'm going to shift my balance. I don't think I'd want to stay any further seconds because I don't even know what this stuff is. It's kind of hurting me. So that actually puts me all the way into 3 for action. So I'm like maximally imbalanced.
So +3 for as we're talking about this, it is kind of confusing. So your center is where you would go back to in your principles after some time has passed.
Yeah.
Now your center can change, so you might find that you're more prone towards action later on in the adventure.
Oh, this is so educational. Okay.
Yep.
I hope our listeners are also benefiting from this. So right now I'm super actiony right now.
Super actiony right now, and it's great because you can role play that too, right? Like, what does a super actiony Ren look like? He will not forgive. He will only do action.
Yeah.
All right. To seize a position, so you can move to a different place. Where are you gonna go?
All right. Now the slime came off of this thing only as it landed next to me on the ground. Did it seem like it oozed out of it, or was it attached to it and then just came off, like slid off?
Kind of oozing out of it, like as you're next to it. So maybe something about moving.
I think I just do a real quick scan, and I'm just kind of trying to see is there any of that stuff floating in the water, just like similar acid gunk?
A little bit. It's diluted by the water.
Okay. Yeah. I think honestly, I'm just gonna dive straight ahead.
I love it.
To try to get a position away from the acid gunk and towards the other Frogodile that is engulfing Rozek and having a Thrashathon.
All right, go ahead and move that there for me.
All right, Bublam.
All right, we've got all the advancing and attacky boys and ladies. Che, Rozek, and Liko, you are all advancing and attacking. So whoever is going first, roll with passion.
Would I be able to go first?
Are you sure?
Or should I wait? Are you saying should I wait? Are you planning something?
I'm gonna try to help you.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to help you.
Yeah, I mean everybody's.
Right. Yeah.
We're not like, what else should we do?
I mean Rozek's getting eaten, but what should we do?
Because I feel like storytelling wise, Rozek would have the quickest reaction to being gnawed on.
That's
by
kind
a
of also a good
crocodile.
point.
Yeah.
You know what? You should go first.
Go smack some snout.
I want to smash, but I'm gonna roll first for focus. I'm gonna roll first. All right, that is a 3 + 2, so a 5.
Okay. So yeah, again, you can shift your balance and take a basic action.
I'm going to shift towards self-reliance and away from trust.
Makes sense.
I feel like that makes sense.
No, that makes tons of sense.
And I am going.
You are not in this moment
to-
putting your trust in your teammates and just doing nothing.
Yeah. I'll be
Yes.
okay. I'll just wait.
But I am going to use Smash. So I'm going to mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment. And how I'm smashing is Rozek is just going to focus himself and just let out an underwater, and just really try to just I guess spew flamethrowers out of his hand underwater right into the face of this Frogodile, specifically aiming at the snout. So I'm going to use the inspired condition and get rid of that to shift my balance back towards trust, because I'm putting my trust into Iron by being all right, let's hit him in the snout. Okay. And I don't know how that looks like shooting this, trying to spew fire out of my hand underwater.
I'm picturing a really messy swamp hot tub.
Yeah, it's scalding and bubbling. And let's see, smash. Okay. Then yes, let me see.
I'm guessing you decide what the condition is. I don't.
Yeah.
Or negative status,
yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. I was. It's not a huge deal. I had forgotten to tell you that you were also impaired. So you would have taken a -2 to that roll, but you missed anyway. So you're shifting anyway. So you are no longer impaired as its jaws let go of your legs.
Ah, beautiful.
And
Phew.
it is Che or Liko's turn.
I can go.
So roll with passion.
Okay. Before I start, Che, did you do something to help me out so I don't have to keep holding the water up, or?
Yeah, I carried myself out of the water.
I'm
So you're
not.
good.
I'm no longer doing that. The wall perfection.
You can drop it.
I just want to know.
Man,
Yeah.
3.
this is just it's a tough one because you guys keep rolling. So
Yeah, this is a swampy day.
It had to. The other shoe had to drop eventually.
right? So the same deal. If you shift one of your principles up higher and one down, you can choose one technique still. So if you can either shift freedom up and roll down, or you can shift your roll up and your freedom down. And it kind of depends on what you're thinking there.
And roll is like the icon, right? Is that what that?
So your two principles as the icon, are roll
Okay.
and freedom, and you're like constantly pulled between these two
Okay.
principles.
I'm gonna. I think she's gonna go with roll because she kind of feels like she wants to protect her people, and these are her people.
Yeah, I like that, especially here in
Yeah,
the swamp. Okay. So roll goes up and principle goes down, and freedom goes down. So that essentially means you're at 0 with those.
Oh.
And you can use one basic technique. Strike, pressure, smash.
The thing just keeps moving. I'm gonna go with strike.
Yeah. What are you gonna do to strike?
The Frogodile is still holding on to Rosic, right?
He's
he's
let
let
go
go?
now. Well, he's letting go essentially at the end of this exchange.
So,
Yeah.
So he's currently
but
still
right
but in,
now, if I decide to strike him or the Frogodile, it's still holding on.
correct.
Okay. But either way, it's gonna let go.
At the end of this
Either way.
exchange, yep. But I mean, Liko would know
She
that.
wouldn't know that, yeah. Yeah, let's strike that. I feel like a part of me wants to strike the other one just to make sure that it doesn't come back. But I think, like, in the moment, she's not thinking about the other one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So I can choose to mark 2 fatigue or mark a condition, or you can mark a fatigue and force me to either mark 2 fatigue or a condition, your choice.
I can mark a fatigue.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? Mark 2 fatigue or mark a condition?
Mark. What's the condition? What's the thing?
Once I have marked off all of their conditions, they're out of the scene.
And one condition example would be
So yeah, everyone has 5 conditions. There's afraid, angry, foolish, guilty, and insecure. You don't need to tell me which one
Right.
to mark. You just tell me whether to mark a condition or whether to mark my fatigue.
Yeah.
make him tired.
I was gonna say
I don't
mark 2 fatigue.
Okay. Okay. All right, and then so that is advance and attack. How does she strike the Frogodile?
It's okay. So she's gonna be using her water bending abilities, and if I remember correctly, Foggy Swamp people, when they use their water bending abilities, it kind of looks like vines or something, right?
Yeah.
Can she do that and kind of like, I guess, shoot some direct water onto the nose?
I love it.
Ooh, it's vine time.
Absolutely.
Water gun, yeah.
You guys see these like 2 vines pop up out of like the water next to Rozak and this Frogodile, sorry. And then they just start shooting water off of them and hitting the snout. And it is Che's turn. Che, roll
I kind of
with
feel sorry
passion.
for this Frogodile now.
Roll
know.
with passion. Ooh, 9.
All right, so one technique.
One technique. I'm going to strike.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm going to pressure. Ooh, you can tell me how this goes. So he's gonna earthbend out one of his explosives. Kind of shoot it out over where the Frogodile is,
Which one?
and the one who is / was holding on to Rozak.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to pressure. So press or intimidate, and I get to choose an approach that it cannot use for the next exchange. I'm gonna pick advance and attack.
Okay. I think it's almost like I'm picturing almost like fireworks.
Yeah, essentially,
Maybe?
yeah, just like
kind of scare it off a
a
little
blast above it, yeah, just to scare it, because he knows he can't let it off inside of the water or anything like that.
bit. Yeah. So you shoot this explosion over the Froggadile, and it goes, and the Froggadile. I think this is the moment in which, like, not only the fire, but this explosion above it looks up and lets go of Rozak as it's getting then pummeled by Liko's vine whips.
Nice.
And let's see. Okay, it is their turns. The one next to Rozak is going to attempt to latch back on to the prey that it had. So
He's serious.
It will do its death roll again.
Was that not advance and attack?
Next
no,
exchange.
That's the next
Next
exchange.
exchange. Yep. So it will mark its fatigue, and you are impaired again, Rozak.
I'm just happy to be
You're
here.
just happy to be here. And then the other one,
And we get it to let go, and we're all like, yay! And then it just latches back on, and we're like, oh.
I'm just picturing Rozak like in some dark future asylum scene. It's like in the fetal position repeating, I'm happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. Just happy to be here.
the other one, Ren, as you're swimming towards the other Froggadile to help Rozak out, you feel this weight just smack you in the back of the head, and you turn around and it's shot its tongue. Like its sticky frog tongue just bulleting towards
These things
you.
are just full of surprises, aren't they?
We keep forgetting things that frogs can do.
Stop being froggish.
It is going to strike you, and I marked a fatigue, so I would like you to mark a condition, please. What do you think fictionally makes sense there?
The Willem scream.
I think, yeah, Willem scream, yeah.
The pure essence of fear.
What do you think fictionally makes sense? Maybe afraid? Afraid?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, he was nodding. You gotta say it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. And then Iron, good old Iron. Can't do a whole lot. He's just a mayor, guys. He's just a mayor.
They voted for me. I don't know why.
They didn't even vote for him. Someone handed him the mayorship, and now he's been mayor for. Now he's like, I think you got that one. Get the other one. Get the other one. And he's frantically pointing towards the other one, trying to tell you that you've taken that other one out. Now you have to get the other one as well. And we'll say that Liko is prepared.
That's probably one of my favorite positive status effects.
Yeah, it's so handy, and it makes a lot of sense.
Oh,
Well,
wait, what is
favor is
prepared
also
do?
very, very good.
I think I was prepared.
It gives you +2
You
to a
can
roll.
check off prepared to give a +2 or avoid marking a condition. And just as quickly as the one clamped onto Rozak's feet, it lets go, and you feel it. Rozak, you feel it just fall back down into the water.
Hey, come back now, you hear? I'm not done with you.
Rozak,
So we've got
Yeah, you run away.
another exchange. What do you guys want to do? Rozak seems to have recovered. There's only one left.
The one that's on the shore
One that is on the shore.
that came after me with that goo.
It's tongue, right?
Rozak is defending and maneuvering.
Liko's gonna attack.
I'm ready to attack as well. Although I'm in the water. But I did come here to attack. I just have a new target who's not in the water.
Don't forget seizing a position especially if you're a closer ranged person.
That's precisely why Rozak is
I
defending
just
and
want to
maneuvering.
throw my fan. Do you think I can do that from the muck and the water?
You tell me. It seems like it would be kind of challenging, but I guess you can throw things when you're swimming. All right, we'll get to that.
I'm going to try
Yeah.
it.
All right, is everyone
Attack.
happy with their approaches?
Yes.
Okay. This one is going to defend and maneuver as well. So Che and Rozak, you guys are up first. One of you needs to roll with focus.
Can I try to go first, Rozak? Okay. Here we go. For all them, I'm going to use prepared on this one. Oh, it's not very good. plus focus. There was a 5 on the dice. Plus 2 is 7. Plus 2
It's 9.
is 9. Which
Okay.
If you want, you can not spend that prepared. I mean, it'll go away at the end of the scene, but with a 7,
yeah,
you
it
already,
doesn't change my.
it doesn't change
my
anything,
score.
so it doesn't matter. But yeah, one technique.
Keeping that prepared. One technique of defend maneuver. So can I ready more? Can I? Because we're kind of like most of the way there, and I'm standing on solid ground now. Can I like ready more terrain, like sort of from me, create like a land bridge so that I can help out Rozak and Ren?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So mark another fatigue for that.
Okay. So
And-
yeah, what does he do?
Yeah, so he takes a kind of awkward stance because he's still not used to like pure earthbending, but it's a little bit more assured this time because now he's done it twice, and sort of brings his arm up from behind him, and with his arm comes up a much more sturdy looking bridge of land.
Yep. So Rozak and Ren, you find yourself standing now on land, a little bit above the water, but definitely not within the swamp.
I feel a surge of confidence.
And Rozak, roll with focus.
Thanks, bro.
Gotcha.
A 6 plus 2, that is 8.
Okay.
So that's just a regular,
Yep.
a regular one technique. Okay, I'm going to, let's see how the map looks here. I was going to seize a position, but now I feel like I don't have to. So instead, Rozak is just going to, I think Rozak is going to divert. So it says step into the way of blows intended for allies. When any ally within reach suffers a blow this exchange, you can suffer it for them. If you also retaliate this exchange, oh wait a minute, oh yeah, it hasn't gone yet, so yeah, I'll divert.
Okay.
Specifically, I guess there's nothing Rozak really does now, but he's kind of prepared to like protect Che.
Yeah.
And kind of like a unspoken thanks for not letting me drown.
Okay.
You know.
Plus he's your
like
little
die
bro.
and stuff.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Plus he's my little bro, so you know.
You gotta protect him. All right.
Yeah, I think when any ally within reach suffers a blow this exchange, I can suffer it for them.
Yep. Exactly.
Cool.
All right. So what this Froggadile does is it hops from where it is, and it hops to the land bridge between Ren and Rozak, and that same purplish stinky goo is there, hurting everyone. And so Ren and Rozak, you will need to defend and maneuver next round in order to get out of there.
Really? Even at this distance?
Oh, he jumped right next to you.
Oh, I see. I see now.
He jumped right next to you. Che kindly raised some land that he could land on.
But he's on land. Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say.
And that brings us to the advance and attack people. So I believe that's between Ren and Liko.
I'll go first. I'll go
What do you
first.
feel,
That way Ren
Liko? Okay.
can react to that. I'm gonna strike.
All right. Roll with
Okay.
passion first.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, nice. So 2. You gotta pick
All right.
2 techniques.
Ooh. All right. So I'm going to. I get to choose 2. All right. I'm gonna. Where exactly is this other Froggadile? Is it on this?
It is gone. Oh, where's the other one? It's between Rozak and Ren on sort of this patch of land that was raised by Che.
Because I'm trying to. All right, but it's not attacking anybody. Oh yeah, it's got its tongue on Ren, right? Or whatever.
It like hit him with its tongue and it came back into its mouth.
So Ren's in his mouth. Oh
No,
okay.
the tongue is
I
back
was
in
about
its
to say.
mouth.
Yeah.
I've just got some like really bad
Yeah.
anti-itch like stinging cream on me right now,
Okay.
basically.
And it's on some land. Okay, so I'm gonna strike and then I'm gonna pressure.
Okay. So how does she strike and how does she pressure?
She is going to.
More of those vine whip waters?
Yeah, I guess so. As I had something else in mind, I thought like her tongue or the Froggadile's tongue was still on Ren.
It can be.
Well, is it or not? That way I can kind of.
What were you thinking? What do you want to do?
Well, if its tongue was still on Ren, kind of like how frogs, when they use their tongue, they kind of they use it to grab things to eat, like flies and stuff. So that's what I was thinking. What was happening? But if that was the case, that means its mouth would still be open. And I was wondering if Liko could use her water bending techniques and her water vines to kind of get into its mouth and kind of like choke it from the inside to let it go.
Ooh, yo!
I love that. There's like it hops from where it is, and like its tongue still isn't on Ren. It's back in its mouth, but it hops where it is, and there's a moment where it opens its mouth, almost like it's getting ready to like hit Ren, and you quickly see it and throw up a bunch of vines from down below and just shove them down into the frog's mouth. That is absolutely terrifying.
Get choked, Frogadiles.
So scared of Liko right now. Do you want to mark a fatigue to make me mark, or do you want me to choose?
I'll have you choose. I feel like I did a lot.
Okay. And you do not need to narrate what you do to pressure it, because we would normally just go through the end of this exchange, but I'm in charge here. I decide when this exchange ends. It is enough to obviously shoving a bunch of vines down this frog's throat. It like quickly you see its eyes get terrified.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And it starts squirming, and does Liko like continue to hold it in there?
Yeah.
Does it like let it? Oh god.
Why would she stop?
Che lets out a little one of these.
Interesting. Okay.
If it goes on for like too long, like maybe even like 10 seconds, I think Rozek's gonna try to. He's gonna cut the vines. It wouldn't go on that long.
And it should keep going until it decides to leave. You know, so it's up to the Frogadile.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it tries to do. Is it? You can see that it's starting to like get terrified and trying to move away. So if you let go, it'll flee.
I thought like it was just gonna stay there. I was like, nope.
Rozek just got Thrash and then became like an animal preservation person. He's just like, this is too much. No more vines.
We definitely want to avoid
kill these
torture of animals for sure. So yeah, this frog quickly leaves.
Because she has like that. She has a certain honor for animals and life as well, so she wouldn't do that unless it was a threat.
Good. Yeah.
She had to balance being pissed at them for attacking us.
And you can see that it'll leave it once you let it go. So you pull the vines out and it just croaks away.
Croaks. Oh.
You know, I will say this too, Liko, since you're watching it sort of hop away. You see something else deeper within the trees. And you know, like, it's kind of hard to tell what it is. And the minute you like try and focus on it, it's gone. You can't see where it went. But you could have sworn you saw what looked like a medium dog-sized centipede in the forest. And then it's not there anymore.
Oh man.
Oh no.
I think Ren is just really upset that there's nothing for me to hit now. So I'm just going to yell in anger that, like, I think I'll just say, "You think you're scary? You're not an ostrich, Buffalo." And then I just throw my fan at the ground.
At some point, Rozek definitely like crawls onto the little island and just lays down on his back.
You tell him, Ren.
And just like,
you tell him. So
I told him.
you did great. Che like holds out a hand to Liko to like help her cross onto the land bridge if she wants, but like tentatively. Like, do you like some help?
And Liko says she doesn't take the help because she's an independent woman. She can do it all herself. So she hops onto the little land.
Che marches here.
But she says thank you to Che.
Hey, you're welcome. That was pretty cool. The thing with the it wasn't terrifying at all.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Okay, well, moving on. Hopefully there's nothing scary, or gonna attack us like around the corner or anything.
Yeah.
Because that didn't go great.
Well, I did see something else in these trees over here, right behind the crocodile. I don't know what it was, but I think it was a centipede of some sort.
Rozek, light the island on fire.
Yeah, just blow it all up.
Or just let that burning the entire Foggy Swamp.
No, it's sacred.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. Don't actually do that.
But Rosic does say, was this a mistake coming here?
No, we need a healer. And now you need a healer.
There are other waterbenders in the world, you know.
Rosic,
Yeah,
how's
on
your
the
leg?
poles.
You look down and you can see the bone exposed on Rosic's leg.
Okay.
Gross. No, you don't.
Retcon. All right.
It's an animated children's show, Danny.
Wait one sec.
No, you look down and
Rosic,
there's
how's your leg?
It's wrapped in
look-
bandages.
you look down there are suction cup marks on his
It's like
leg.
puncture wounds or it's something, right? Does it have teeth or is it like a frog?
Wow, did
Yeah.
it
had
injure my
teeth.
leg?
It had like a crocodile head.
So my leg's not feeling the best.
Yeah, Che helps you wrap up your leg. There's like ambiguous blood marks under the bandages.
Is it ketchup? Is
There
it
you
blood?
go.
Who's to know?
We don't even know.
Yeah, you don't know.
Ketchup is a blood.
Was this thing
Just the fish.
poisonous? Justin?
I mean, it was definitely dropping something poisonous.
Yeah, I
Do I
look at
feel
my
fine?
feet where I was stuck in that poison muck, and I'm just like checking it out.
I mean,
like
you can see like some of the singes on the soles of your shoes.
So
And
that
a
would
little bit
that would
on
mean
your
that whatever
It was
it's
like
in
acid.
Rosic because it was direct saliva, right?
Well, I can
No,
wash the wound.
it was more like
I don't
a
know.
it seemed like it
mucus.
was oozing out of
Okay.
the base of the like
Oh.
frog side rather than like coming out of the tongue
Okay.
a bunch.
All right,
so
Liko,
hopefully he's
but
not
Just
like
want to make sure we know
poison
what's going
bit.
on.
Before you
All right.
completely terrify me, Liko, let's go find a healer.
Yeah, things usually aren't both venomous and
I don't
poisonous. They're usually one or the other. I think this one was
okay.
poisonous.
Got it.
So he's probably all right.
Oh. Ren just like looks at Shay with like newfound respect. Like I don't even know the difference between venom and poison. Like what?
Poison is if you eat it. Venom
Right.
is if it eats you.
Whoa. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna sit on that for a bit.
But I don't know. It's a fantasy story, so I don't know if it's got both. So thought I'd ask. Just wanted to make sure
That's
that
true.
he's
That's true.
okay.
That's a good point.
Poison.
Poison.
I think speaking of venomous, there was this thing on this island. Should we be worried about it?
No, it was like way in the other side of the forest.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She didn't see it on
Oh.
this little 40-foot island. It was like
So not
So it's
immediate worry, but
no,
like
no. Nope.
it's coming
So
up.
like, can you? Over here.
Like over here.
Where?
Like over here.
Oh, okay.
I just have my like pointer there.
Way to the north.
Yeah.
I saw it within
faintly
the
out
deep,
there.
deep forest. Yep.
Okay.
We're heading towards the
Ooh,
Swampapede.
I like that.
Well, do you guys continue?
I think.
I make sure Iron's okay.
Oh, yeah,
Iron,
I forgot.
are you all right?
I was. Oh my. That was. Oh. And he just sits down on the ground.
Did you have a hard time?
I've never been that excited before. Whew.
Excuse me?
Oh my.
Excited.
Wow.
That's such an
Excited.
old man word for
That
terrified.
was. And young lady, that was tantalizingly terrifying.
I'm not liking Iron's word choices
Yeah,
right
his
now.
adjectives are really throwing us off.
Liko gives him like
So
a
I'm
weird
just-
look. Like,
I'm just gonna kind of.
We all give him a weird look. It's a team effort.
I'm just gonna kind of walk up to him and be like, "Stop being weird,"
sorry.
and then just take him by the arm across the planks
okay.
towards the island.
I don't think we're that far from Udai, so.
oh yeah, I forgot that's.
We were
Well, I
not far
wasn't-
from you, Die.
I wasn't that far from me die either.
From me
I
die.
was underground being thrashed by a froggodile
Yeah, for a while. Like, it got a couple of good
for a
hits on him.
while. Trust me, I saw you die. I closed my
before
eyes and
my
it's all
eyes.
I saw.
You continue walking, and you're getting closer to Udai, and the sun is setting, and you don't see the canopy anymore. The stained glass window is gone. It's just dark, and a light fog starts rolling around the swamp around Udai. You walk into Udai. It is completely empty. You start walking around. You don't see anybody. And then at some point, you see one person. Their back is to you. What do?
Hello!
And this figure turns around, and it has no face.
Justin.
And that is
We're
where
looking for a healer.
that is where we will end this episode. All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Flying Bison podcast. Happy spooky season. Rate and review us on wherever you listen to podcasts. But I know that Apple Podcasts has a great place to review. So if you find time, rate and review us. That's a great way for us to get in front of you. And if you have friends, tell them about it as well too. I did hear too that if you give us a 5-star review and write a little review for us, you can create your own political party that Steve will run in the 2024 presidency for. You get everything. You get to tell him what the platform is, everything. He's going to run as your political party in the 2024.
You get to pick all of my views.
Everything. You get to pick everything. Make them wildly inconsistent. All right. We will see you
Throw
next
morality
week,
out of the
everybody.
question.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Avatar Legends was developed and produced by Magpie Games. The worlds of Avatar The Last Airbender and Avatar The Legend of Korra are property of Viacom CBS. Intro music is Dizu by Sendai. Outro music is Tokyo Funk by LATG Music. Logo and art by Kate and Matthew Menke. You can find more of their work at pomakin.com, link in the show notes.